It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege of interviewing the Illinois College head dance coach, Coach Samantha Laster. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you want to get started in coaching in college dance?
Sure. So when I was in Chicago, I joined the dance team at St. Xavier where I attended college, and I just fell in love with it. Like I got close to my coach on the team, so that's how I really figured out like, hey, I want to do this. Like I love like helping. Like I was kind of like more in a leadership role on the team anyway. So I was just kind of like, I love this and I would love to coach going past. Never thought that it would turn into what I'm doing now, but I've my relationship with my coach kind of grew me to that point where I was like, I could do this. Like, I want to help, because she helped me a lot. And I was like, I could do this. So,
What was that experience like going to St. Xavier and getting to compete in dance?
so it was totally brand new for me. I started dance late in life. So I'm just glad they took a chance on me and I kind of got into it and just I pick up on things super fast. So it was totally new to me and it was just like a rush of energy and I just loved every second of it. And I was like, I'm a competition person. Like even with my team now, I'll tell them we can do the game day stuff. I was like, but I love competition. So that's how I fell in love with it. Just going there, the prep into it, learning the choreography, even down to like helping my coach when we were finding costumes and, booking travel and things like that. Just it all in one little package.
As a collegiate athlete, what were some of your biggest accomplishments?
My biggest accomplishment was my dance team. We won nationals. We won a national competition. We went to Minnesota. It was like the first year the program had ever competed. And to be a part of that, because St. Xavier has never won a national competition since I've been on the team. So to for that to happen and be a part of that history was just amazing.
What was that transition like for you going from being a collegiate athlete to getting into choreography?
So getting into choreography, it wasn't that hard of a transition to me because as I got older on the team, I started doing choreography for the team for game days and things like that. So I already kind of had gotten to the habit of that. And because I did grow up dancing like most of my teammates, I was taking extra classes downtown Chicago, like just trying to get my skill level up, learn new choreography. So I feel like it was a smooth transition as I went from dancing in college to like just choreographing for outside schools and groups.
What was that experience like for you going to North Central College and being the choreography coach?
It was amazing. And it actually was a cool opportunity because my college coach had ended up leaving St. Xavier and going to North Central. So I kind of got connected through her. And so it was an amazing experience working with other college. That was the first college group I worked with. So it was just an amazing experience to work with them and for my former coach to trust me with that choreography on that team.
You, what was that experience like going back to your alma mater to being the head dance coach?
It was actually just a very fulfilling and just it was an exciting opportunity. I feel like everything came full circle when I came back to coach. And I just had like goals to elevate the program, take it to the next level from because I had goals as I was on the team as an actual team member, but I only had 4 years at St. Xavier. So I was able to come back and still build the program just from a coaching aspect.
What was that feeling like coming back and being an alma mater coach for your alma mater?
It was amazing. It was it was amazing, very fulfilling.
While at St. Xavier, what was it like getting to compete for national championships?
Um, it was because like it was the program was making history and I was a part of it, it was very fulfilling. And it's just like a full circle moment for me. Like I started here, now I'm coaching and I'm leading this team to make these milestones and continue to making history within the St. Xavier dance program.
What were some of the biggest things that you learned as a head coach at your alma mater to help you along your way?
Um, I really learned how to enhance my leadership skills, um, especially at St. Xavier because I was kind of close in age with some of the girls on the team. Actually, I had danced with some of them, and then I graduated and I became their coach. So it taught me a lot about making boundaries, um, um, kind of separating professional and like the friendship level and the importance of that. Now I feel like it's a huge age gap with my kids now, so it's not that hard. But initially coaching, it was some hurdles there.
What was that feeling like coming to Illinois College after your time at your alma mater?
It was something new to me, and I was super excited because this program was nothing. And so it was very exciting to come in here and actually take a program from nothing and build it all the way up to ranking number 3 in the nation. So it was very exciting. It was very like I was nervous. But I've been so successful and built this program to what it is now.
As a head coach, what has that been like building a program where from the ground up?
As a head coach, I can look back and I can reflect on everything and I can just see the journey that I took this program through and the growth and the success. And also, the relationships that I've built with these girls over time. Very fulfilling.
After getting announced, what was that feeling like taking the dance floor for the first time as a head coach?
I was nervous. It was very nerve-wracking. I was literally on edge and I, just always hope for the best. I say that I've prepared them as much as I can, and it's me trusting them. So I tell them that all the time. I can't dance it for you. I can just do my job and preparing you, making sure you're ready to go, and you guys have to do the execution of it. So it's very nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting because I'm excited to see their performance. Because during practice, they're one way with me, but when they get in front of a crowd and judges, it's like a whole different team as well. So yeah, nerve-wracking and excitement.
For you, what does a typical competition game day look like for you as a head coach versus for your athletes?
For me, it's a lot of behind the work, logistical stuff, a lot of stress, getting ready for game day and getting ready for especially competition. Game day's a little more relaxed because I do a lot of things on the back end with my staff here in the athletic department. I'm sorry, but as far as the athletes, I try to keep them calm, try to make sure because they have to do the performing and things like that and have to look professional on the sideline. So I try to keep them calm and just have them prepared days in advance for that.
What does a sideline competition look like on game day for a football team or for a basketball team when dancing?
So the sidelines, um, we have small little routines and we collaborate with the drum line at the school on game day. So most of our performances, like on the sidelines, are in collaboration with the drum line. Like he sends me recordings and I do choreography to it, which is something different for me because I'm normally used to getting music, like just a music track, editing it and doing choreography. Competition is like it's nothing. You can't even compare it to game day. You can't because it just takes so much more like mentally. Game day, you can do it like the back of your hand, but competition, you never know what you're going to expect. You never know what you're going to get.
Can you talk about a course the culture that you've started to build for the dance program?
So the culture, I wanted us to become a close-knit team, and I have accomplished that. Now, my team started off small because I was building it from the ground up. And I think that really aided in that, having a smaller team. Now we're growing, and I can say it's been a little challenge now, like integrating everybody, but I'm trying to build that culture of being a close-knit team, positivity, We're like a little small family on campus. My kids know they can come to me for literally any and everything. So I want to create that and make the culture when you come into practice, you forget about everything else outside. So making dance be like your safe place, your happy place outside of anything else that may be happening in life.
What are some of the things that you've been able to accomplish so far as head coach?
Head coach at Illinois College. So I've taken this team to nationals for the past 4 years, and we have been ranked nationally number 3 in Palm. We're third in the nation with Palm. We are third in the nation with team performance. So I'm just growing this program, and we just did regionals. And so we took first, second, and third. We took 3 routines. So we're just making history. That it's just a good feeling to continue to create history. Each year we've improved.
As a head coach, what has that feeling been like taking your teams to nationals to compete?
As a head coach going to nationals, um, it's very, I'm indifferent about that because it's a certain level of trust that I have put into these girls, and I put it into them because I work with them. We work from August all the way till April when nationals comes. So for me, it's a sleepless weekend. For them, I try not to let them see what goes on behind the scenes with me because I've had some moments in my hotel room where I'm just like, oh my God, because it's up to me to, kind of look at the scores, listen to the critiques, make any changes, and I just need them to do what I say. But the problem is like it goes so fast. Like we're so like crunched for time when we get there. So it's a real stressful time for me, but I never let the girls see that because if I'm not 100%, they're gonna feed off my energy.
What does that tryout process and that recruitment process look like for those prospective student athletes?
So we have a strict recruitment model, which means no one tries out. So I go out and I scout. I go to high school competitions. I go to studio competitions. I reach out to different coaches. I go to basketball games, and I, watch other high school dance teams and get their roster. And I reach out to the girls that I'm like, hey, they would be a good fit for this program. And then I have them send in a video. I call it my recruitment video. It's a video of the basic skills that you need to be part of this program. So that's the motto. It's strictly recruitment now. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard for, anybody who just wants to walk on the team because we are competitive. So there are certain requirements that you need to be on the team. So that's why I just do recruitment and make it like a very, um, it's not an intense process, but I'm very selective. So yeah, we don't have any tryouts.
As a head coach, what are some of the things that you look at during that recruitment process, during those process when you look at those
I
perspectives?
look I look at the skill level, of course. I check references to see how they were on their previous team because I don't want anyone with a terrible attitude because that's not the culture we have on our team. So I look for people with a good work ethic, positive attitude, of course, has the skill level to be on the team. And I also let them meet some of the current team members on the team to chat with them a little bit just to kind of pick their brains and to kind of see how they would integrate with the team.
As a head coach, what is it like seeing those incoming freshmen putting on that uniform for the first time?
It's a great feeling because the recruitment process can be long, and we chat so much over, leading up to preseason, and it's like we're finally here and I finally get to it's a really fulfilling moment because I've recruited these girls and then I've coached them, and this is my first time seeing them in my uniform that says IC performing. So it's a wonderful moment for me.
As a head coach, what is it like seeing them perform on competition game day as freshmen?
Um, I, My freshmen are kind of, difficult because they have so many nerves. So I'm really nervous for them because they just competed for the first time a couple of weeks ago. So I'm really nervous because I just want them to really trust me 100%. And when I say it's going to be okay, it really is going to be okay. But I just try to have positive energy to project onto them so that that can give them more confidence.
What is that like as a head coach seeing those seniors putting on that uniform for the last time?
That is a bittersweet moment for me. It is a bittersweet moment. I love it because that means they are graduating and they came here to do what they were supposed to do, which is get their degree. But that also means that they are leaving me. And if I have a 4-year athlete, we become really, really close. And so it's just like a hole in my heart each season. It's like, man, I'm missing that senior. Or, when you work with someone for 4 years, all the time. Like we work together like 10 months out of each year, you have a close bond. So it's just a bittersweet. I'm happy that they've come here to do what they were supposed to do, but sad that they're leaving me.
What is that like getting to see those seniors going on and going into professional dance, whether it's the NFL or NBA, or going into coaching?
So I haven't had I had one dancer going to the NBA when I was coaching at St. Xavier. Amazing feeling. Super proud of her. She's in LA dancing right now. Super, super proud of her. We were also teammates as well. And then I coached her for a year. Um, and I do have a girl who went on to coaching. I'm kind of mentoring her through that because this is new. So I'm like, hey, here's a different side that I was telling you about. Super proud of her. It's just a really, I call it proud coach moment when I see them.
Of course, what are some of your future plans for the program moving forward?
My future plans, really to just continue to grow the roster size, continue to improve with our competition results. We have not gotten a first place national title yet, so that is what I am working towards. Working on this year, I'm really different with my competition routines, and I'm hoping that makes a difference and it stands out at competition. Really trying to make a statement and show that IC is different and innovative. And I have a totally different team than I had last year. So, we're working to improve. We always improve our placement for nationals, but we always want that first place trophy in the ring at the end of the day. So that's my plan, is to coach them to get to that moment. And also I have some other little things up my sleeve I can't really say right now, but academically I am trying to connect this program and take it on an academic path. That's what I can say.
What advice would you give those incoming freshmen entering their first year of college dance?
Um, Work on your confidence, trust your coach, make sure you have an open line of communication. And I feel like if you have a supportive coach like I am, that'll make your transition from high school to college a lot smoother.
What advice would you give those college juniors transitioning into being seniors and leading the dance program?
Um, I would tell them to really focus on leadership skills, really kind of build that up, work on their communication, because it's going to take it's going to take certain mindset to also become an upperclassman and be in a leadership role in there. So I really would tell them to work on that and make sure they are in constant communication with their coaching staff.
What advice would you give those college seniors that have aspirations of playing professional dance?
Um, I would tell them you need to continue to train outside of practice. Make sure you get yourself out there, go to clinics for these professional teams, and really try to make those connections outside past the high school, past the college level. And talk to your coach, because I have a lot of connections. I have a really direct connection to the NBA pro world. So talk to your coach, because you never know.
What advice would you give those players that are looking to get into coaching after their playing career?
I would tell them to do research on the team. I would tell them they should start with either a high school team or a middle school team, just to kind of get them into coaching. I started coaching at the college level, which was like, it was a lot. So I would tell people to, start with a younger group and then kind of build up. Don't just jump into college coaching or high school coaching. You need to really grow and use some stepping stones.
What advice would you give those head coaches looking to build their own program and build their own legacy?
I would say make sure that you really sit down and define the culture of your team. And then be very selective with the members that you bring onto that team to make sure they will fit into that your vision of the culture and building that work ethic.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media along with the program at?
So the program is IC Dance and Cheer on Instagram. My personal Instagram is a dozen roses 217. You can follow me for a lot of content. I'm a dance mom too, so my daughter dances. And then on Instagram is Illinois College Dance and Cheer. I'm sorry, on Facebook is Illinois College Dance and Cheer.
Thank you again, Coach Samantha Lassiter, for your interview and best luck in your future at Illinois College as the head dance coach.
Thank you so much.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Coach Samantha, for your interview and best luck in your future.
Thanks.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.